Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're on the PTR for Shadowlands. That's the public test realm for the pre-patch for Shadowlands, and I wanted to take a look at the new character customization screen and take a look at some of the new customization options that are available. I thought we'd start with the Blood Elves because it's one of the most popular races. Of course, you've still got all of the old options and we've now got some new ones. Please forgive me if I don't note all of the new ones because it's kind of hard to remember absolutely every customization option that is in the game. So let's move the bug report away from the character so that we can see it properly. As you can see, we get a nice close-up image to be able to pick things like the eye colour. The name is now at the top of the screen right from the beginning of the customization, so you can check whether your name is available at any point during the preparation of your character. You can reset your camera, you can zoom in and out to your heart's content, and of course you can rotate left and right. And you can choose face options, jewellery options, and your whole body for the different options that are available. When you're in the face option, you have the choice of the different faces, and you can now, looking at the bottom, look, you can now get a drop down menu, so you can do the traditional left and right versions, or you can use the drop down menu and cycle through them. So I think we'll start with the side-to-side one. So I don't actually think they've particularly changed the faces. I think they're the same ones that we had before. So we'll just have a quick look at them. There we go. And then you've got different skin colours, and if you bring the drop-down menu down, you can see a preview of the colours on the slider here, and as you can see, we've now got very different skin tone optimizations here. So if you want to be a black blood elf, you now can be, and you can be many of different shades in between. So you've now got a lot more different skin tones that you can choose. There are a lot of the paler options because that's traditional for the Blood Elves. So what they've done is they've just added some of the slightly darker colours to the original versions that we already had. So you've just got, I think it's probably these last 5 perhaps are new ones, or maybe only the last 4. There we go. And then hairstyles, I know there are some new ones, and we've now got names for the different types of hairdos. So if you find one you really like, you can tell your friend the name of it now, so that everybody can see it. So we've got some of the traditional ones, so let's have a look from the front quickly. We've got a lot of the traditional ones, and then we've got some new ones. Now that reminds me of a Void Elf hairstyle, so I think that's a new one, the Trouble one. I'm not sure whether that's a new one or not, the circlet one. I suspect it is because I'm not sure I remember that before. But like I said, because there's so many different hairstyles, I'm not sure that I remember which ones are new ones and which ones aren't. That looks like a Void Elf hairstyle, so I think some of the Void Elf hairstyles have been brought in because I don't remember a Blood Elf having that particular style with the curling at the side over here. I don't think I remember that. Headband, I think that's a new one. That's definitely a new one. Definitely haven't seen this one before. So let's have a look at this. So you've got this big curl on top of your head. That's very unusual. Not practical for fighting with, but definitely fits into the elegant, weird, more regal aesthetic that some people have for the race itself. And like I say, I think the headband one is also a new one, so let's take a look at that one. So I think the Blood Elves have got quite a few new options, but a lot of them are brought in, like I said, from the Void Elf style. Oh, that's a new one, nape. So it's got like a pointy bit at the back. I'm not sure I like the point particularly myself, but it's definitely a different look. And from the front, I kind of quite like the bangs down the side. You've got lots of shape to it, haven't you, with the little jagged peaks and things all the way around it. Quite thematic, isn't it? Because you've got the peak at the back as well. Not one for me, but I could see why people would pick it. Don't remember that either. So it looks like we might have quite a few new hairstyles for the Void Elves. For the Void Elves. It's because some of them have been brought in from the Void Elves, I'm now calling them Void Elves. They're definitely not Void Elves. Sorry, Blood Elves. And don't take that badly, because I do play quite a few Blood Elves myself, so don't take that wrong, guys. Slicked back. No, I'm not sure. I think we might have had that before, but I'm not 100% sure. Now that is definitely new. That looks very like one of the troll hairstyles, doesn't it? With the very, very high ponytail. So I think that's inspired by the troll hairstyles. So that's a new one. So that's what? Con Mage. Con Mage? Okay. Tiara, that's new. That's definitely new. So if you would like to look more regal. Oh, look, it's very elegantly put together, isn't it? That's a very high maintenance hairdo. I wouldn't want to be taking care of that in the field, but luckily we don't need to. Yeah, that's very pretty. Pixie, that's definitely a new one. Short, ruffled, slightly messy, but stylishly messy. That's quite cool. And then the final one is bald. Now, I think most, if not all of the, I think all of the races have been offered a bald hairstyle option for both the girls and the guys now. So that I found quite interesting. Right, so let's pick a glamorous one, shall we? Because that's a long hair, so that we can take a look at the hair colours. Now we've got all the traditional hair colours that we've always had, with the reds and the browns and the golds, but we've also got some, and with red, yes, we've definitely had that before, but now we've also got some new ones. So I think that's still a I think that's a I think that I'm not 100% sure whether that's a new one or whether I'm just remembering it from the Void Elf options. That's traditional one again, I think. Right, so I think there are a few new options in this one, but I'm not quite sure exactly which ones they were, because I think the options that are new, possibly one or two of the, I think maybe one of the oranges, possibly this one or this one. I think maybe this one and this one. Maybe that dark brown, maybe one of the blacker options. Not quite sure of the new colours, but I'm sure there are like 2 or 3 new colours of the hair and these, but I'm not quite sure exactly which ones. And there's definitely a lot of new eye colour options for these. So let's quickly look at all the different eye colour options, shall we? So we've got 2 different greens here, though to be honest I'm not really seeing a big difference between those 2 greens. That's a paler green than the other 2, but these 2, oh, I see, yeah, there is, if you click between the 2, look, there is a slight difference. Yeah, so that's paler, that's slightly bit darker, and then you go much paler with a slightly aqua tint to that one, and then we move on to the bluey, proper bluey green colour, and then the bright gold options in various tints, and then the blues, which a lot of people have been wanting for a long time. Hi elves. So you've now got the option, oh look, we've got grey, and then you've got the option to have the eyes a different colour. Look, so we've got one green and one grey, one gold and one grey, and then the opposite way around with the golden grey in the opposite eyes. So you can now have half and half, which are very interesting options, aren't they? So let's take a look at the jewellery. When I say jewellery, they also give us ears. So I think we want a short hairdo, I think, so that we can see the ears better. So we want something that, yes, let's go for pixie so we can see the ears better. Now we're actually allowed to choose the size of our ears, so you can have short ears so that they're shorter than your head, and then medium, which go a little bit above your head, and then extra super long if you want the super long ears. So just the 3 different lengths, but you can now choose the length of your ears, which you weren't allowed to do before. So now we've got also lots and lots of different earring options. So you can have unpierced, which is blank, and again they've got names so you can see which you've got. So rubies in the earlobes, hoops, silver hoops, earrings is a small one, so I think those are some of those are the old ones, and then of course the jewels, like the dangly jewels and the different colours, are new. So dangling is green. Mixed studs now has one in the earlobe and then a couple up on the ear, and it's the same in both ears. Helix has the hoops. It's got 1 in this one, 2 in this one, pearls, small square pearl earrings in the lobes, and then little drops. These ones are red. High studs, you've got a series of studs at the top of your earlobe, and they're the same in both sides. Teardrops in the earlobe, these are green. They've also got a little hoop at the top in one side only. Wings, so they're like little encasements on the earlobes, and they're shaped a little bit like wings. And leaves, again they're the little encasements, but this time they look more like a little sprig of leaves. And then the final option is the diamonds, but these are much bigger and they're sort of diamond shape. And then we've got the addition of specific necklaces as well. So the first is none at all. The second is called the Phoenix. As you can see, it definitely looks like a phoenix with wings. And it's one of those that clips around the neck. Then the Wreath, again, it sits quite thickly on the front, but this one goes all the way around the back. It doesn't have the gap. And the final option is the filigree with this big gemstone in the front, and it goes all the way, it wraps around the neck again. And then for the body options, we now have the option to add armbands. You can also change the jewellery colour, and you can change the bracelets. So these 3 things are separate. So if we look at the armbands, you can have none, you can have the Phoenix design, so you can match all of your pieces. So it wraps around like a triple wrap around the top of your arm. And then the Wreath, so it's got that central marker again, and then this one's got like a little drape on the arm. And then the filigree one, which matches the necklace that we've already got here, you see, with the curls. And there, look. And then you can change the colour, so you can have them be silver or gold. And that also changes. Changes both, you see, the necklace and the armbands. And then we've also got the bracelet cuffs, so you can go for none. Now here it gives you the options for different, so you've got the gold cuff, and then the silver cuff, then gold filigree, silver filigree, gold chain and silver chain. So you can see that the different options are available, and they can all be done separately, and you can change the colours as and when you want. So that is the options that are now available for the girls. So let's take a look at the guys. So it's a lot of options, isn't it? So there's lots and lots of potential here for changing what you look like and how it's all going to work. So let's start with the guys. Let's go to number 1. Again, I don't think there's any new faces, but we'll have a quick go through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And then the skin colours are all going to be the same ones that we have for the girls. We've got the traditional paler colours that we started with and had originally, and then I think we've got 3. I think it's 3 new options, but not. I think it might, or maybe 4. I think it might be these last 4 might be the new ones. So you've got lots of choice for what colour you want your person to be. And then with the hairstyles, again, we've got all the traditional ones, and then we've got a few new ones as well. And I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to find which ones are all the new ones, to be totally honest. Parted long. No, I think that is one of the old ones, isn't it? I'm not under. See, this is the problem. Now we've got the new ones. I look at them, and some of them I'm thinking, is that new or is that new? Not yet. I think feathered might be new. I don't remember this flip at the side of the head here like this. I think that might be a new one. I quite like that one. I don't remember that one from before. And I like the way that they're all named now, so that you've got an easier way to spot what they're like. Headband, I don't remember that. These bangs are a little bit chunky, I think, personally. So it's longer in front than it is at the back as well. Yeah, I think that's a new one, the headband one. Now, I think I have seen that before. But I'm not, yeah, main braid, thick braids? I don't remember that one. I don't remember that style. With the way it's braided down the side though. It doesn't look like a super high res texture, but I don't remember that one. No, we had that before, I'm pretty sure. Con Mage. Again, that seems to be inspired by... Am I right in thinking that looks like it's inspired by the Trolls? I do think it is, you know, that one. Circlet, that's definitely one of the new ones. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the new ones are. Oh, Prince! Oh, that's an interesting name, isn't it? That's kind of a bit pixie-ish, isn't it, for the guys? Yeah, to be totally honest, I was thinking, when I look at them, I'm going to be very obviously see which ones the new ones are, but when I'm looking through them, I'm not 100% sure which ones the new ones are. I think that's new, because I don't remember small pigtails before. But I may be wrong. But we'll go through them all so you can see them. And then, of course, bald. I just think things like the Blood Elves look weird bald. But, yeah, they've got the bald option for all of the new customizations for all of the new races. One of the new customizations is the bald option. Now we've been through the skin colours and the hairstyles, so again we've got all the traditional colours, and then we've got a few extra ones. I think that's one from the Void Elves, and I think one of the oranges might be an extra new one. And then I think the brown and the dark at the end are possibly new ones as well. Now, the boys also have facial hair. Now, you did have 1 or 2 small beards for the guys originally, but now there are a lot more options. Look, so you've got a small point on the chin, a little soul patch, spiky on the chin, a pointed, slightly bigger version, a cropped version, a soul strip, a dagger, a goatee, styled, that's a double point, a beaded, so you've got a little decoration in your beard, the full beard full beard and stash going round, and then the chin strap, which goes along the edge. I found that slightly odd because you can still see his chin underneath. I think it should have gone down a little bit more to hide the edge of his jawline. But that's a personal preference thing, isn't it? The whole point of this is to give you more options. And of course we've got the 3 ear lengths. Again, you've got the long, the medium and the short. And the eye colours, of course, are the same options that we had for the girls. So you've got all the greens and the lights. And then, of course, the blue. And they change them to be different colours. So the guys don't have options for the jewellery. So there are less options for the guys because you don't get to pick jewellery. So those are the customisation options that are now available for the Blood Elves on the PTR going forward into Shadowlands. So I hope that that helps you to decide if you want to change the appearance of your Blood Elf or if you're planning to make a new one. I hope that gives you some ideas about which customisations you might like to choose to make your new character. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!